lovely people. It's Love and Pills again. As you all know, I say no more. Today I come your way with a very, very interesting topic. Before you say I do, what do you have to look out for in your partner before you say I do? Today I'm here with a special man of God, founder and general overseer of the Transformed Lives Worship Cathedral located at La Cogas. And this is our topic for discussion, before you say I do. I'd like to start by reading a very short story for us. Okay, so this is how it goes. It says, "Sir, I want a divorce right now. My mom always spoke so well of this particular lady in her church. She kept saying she's virtuous, awesome, and disciplined. I was single then, so I decided to attend her church to see what she was talking about. Truly speaking, the woman is great. She's well developed and independent. I was impressed by her nature, so I moved to her on my third visit to the church. We became friends and gradually to lovers. She never wanted to know my house nor come close to me. She was always scared. Anytime I asked why she's behaving like that, she would say she doesn't want to do anything that will make me want to have sex with her. She was strongly of the sex after marriage view, and nothing you say could change that. I was gnashing because I'm not holy Jesus. Before her, I wasn't even a good boy. I wanted to have sex, honestly. She was charming and cute. I go to bed every night praying for the day I'll get to sleep with her. A year passed and we got married. She moved in to stay with me 2 days after the wedding because she said she has something to do. 2 nights after my wedding, no sex. It was when she came on the 3rd day that we agreed to have sex. She insisted I put off the light first because she was shy. Let me make it short. It wasn't too great when we did it at first. I kept feeling this big flesh on my abdomen. Seemed like dick, but she said it was her navel. Days passed and we continued this boring weird thing in the dark. She never let me bath with her or see her nakedness. 1 month and we were still dealing with that issue. I made a decision to turn on my phone's light one day, and when I did, my wife had penis. She was a hermaphrodite. Unfortunately, the penis wasn't that big. It was just small, but she could have told me. Now I can't even tell anyone why I want a divorce. I am disappointed. I don't want this anymore, please." Viewers, so this is it. Before you say I do, this is a man who didn't have sex with her partner before they got married. And then now he has discovered that the woman has dick. Though it's not big, but it's still dick anyway. So let's look at our topic. All right, Reverend. You are welcome to today's edition of Before You Say I Do. I just read a story of a woman who failed to have sex with the partner before marriage, and then he discovered later that the lady was a hermaphrodite. So on this particular thing, before you say I do, I want to start by asking, should we have sex with our partners, or should we have any bodily contact with them before we think of marrying them?
Good day, lovely people. Thank you, my host.
Yeah.
God bless you for giving us this question. I believe this question will go a long way to help a lot of our viewers. Before you say I do, should you have sex?
Mm-hmm.
Should you have any body contact before you decide to marry the person? I'll say no. Yes. I'll say no because when you have sex with a woman before marriage, a lot of times it breaks the trust. For how long have you known the person? For how long have you been friends? There are a lot of things to consider before you say I do. And sex shouldn't be one of them.
I want us to look at it from this way. We are in a very different time now. Okay, I mean, sex is more like the order of the day.
Okay.
If you are not into it, it's like you are missing
When
something.
you want boy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, believe.
Yeah. So you don't think, I feel like we can't take it out. You get it? Because everyone is doing it now. We are really, I want to take it off the Christian grounds,
Okay.
but that is what is in town now.
Okay.
So you still don't think
Okay,
it
it happens.
Yeah.
You want my view.
Yes, I do.
My view, I said, is not. But it happens. Okay? And if it happens and you really married the person, you married yourselves, and you continue with your love and whatever you've been convinced with in marrying that person, it's cool. But I not endorse that you have sex, because sex before marriage brings a lot of things that in the long run, it goes to bring some challenges even in marriage.
Let me bring in this.
Okay.
You see, a lot of us out there,
Yes.
including myself, we think that sex before marriage is very necessary. One, because it's more like a way of knowing your partner's interest. Okay, maybe it's, some women, they've been. Let's just assume you don't even meet your wife a virgin. Okay, you meet the person. The person already has an experience. You get it. And do you think that if we don't have sex, we would ever be able to satisfy each other in marriage? Because somebody likes licking. I probably don't like it. The person wants a big dick or a big penis, and then we are married, and I figure I get to realize that the penis is small. Or I like it, I want to give the lady different styles, and my woman is the type that doesn't even want different styles. Maybe some people are of the view that doggy could give you stroke and all those stuff, and the woman thinks that these things are important. She doesn't want to engage in them. You get it? But I feel like if you are dating and you do it, you would know that, oh, my partner likes licking, I don't like it, so I have to. It's two things: I either accept or I leave her. So you don't think that, and sex is very, very paramount in marriage or something. So you still don't think we should practice it?
I share the view with people who thinks it's right to do that. Okay, that's their decision, but that's not my decision. Okay.
Yeah.
You're asking of my view.
Yeah, but in the interest of the public.
Interest of the public,
Yeah.
It's based on decision, what they want. Okay, women are not cars to try on the road and see the engine is good, because when you are going to buy a car,
Yeah.
you check the engine. Sometimes you take some ride. Okay, they take you round to check the engine whether it's good or it's faulty.
Yeah.
Then you know what to do. Okay, so people goes for that, but me, and being a reverend minister, I think what you must try, you see, you are doing it to see if it is good, if it's right, if it is perfect for you to, because you can't go into it and then in the long run you see that, like you are saying, oh, the dick is small.
Yeah, or even the woman being a hermaphrodite.
The woman being an hermaphrodite, or whatever it is, We don't marry a woman because she's a church material. Because anything at all can be in the church. Anything at all. A person being in the church doesn't mean she's perfect or he is perfect. Because in the church, we have sick people. It's like the church is like an hospital. We have gone for healing, deliverance. We've gone for salvation. So we have so many different kinds and types of people and lifestyle. You understand? Yeah. So there are things to factor. Okay? So don't say, I want to have sex with you so that I will know that you are good in bed. Because I want somebody who is good in bed. In as much as it's also a factor in marriage, and it's also it plays a vital role in marriage. I think me, I would say waiting on the Lord sometimes God tells you what to go in for. Sometimes society tells you what to go in for.
Okay.
But for me, I will go in for what God says. Me being a man of God, I can cite an example. My personal life. I can tell you what happened to me. Okay?
Yeah.
When I was about to marry, certain things happened. And I've learned from my bitter experience.
But you had sex before marriage.
Yes, I did. I had sex.
Did it help you?
It didn't help me. It didn't help me at all.
Because you are a man of God.
Mm-hmm. No, because no. I wasn't a man of God when I started dating. I was a Christian.
Okay, so
I married when I wasn't a man of God.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I think that you are now saying no because you're a man of God, or you don't think so?
I don't think so.
You didn't. Why didn't you say no then?
You see, I entered into this sex because of this last thing that we all know. You see, the lady, it was, you see, what I wanted could be found in that woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what in terms of what? Emotional, like things within her or physically?
You know, I made a very big mistake because when after sex and everything, I could see there are so many things that because of the sex we had, I was blinded to look into that areas. But if sex hasn't come, you will be quick in judging some other areas which will make you advise yourself whether to enter or not.
Oh, okay. So you think that sex is more like...
There are so many things that you could do to see if what you are going in for is right or not. Yeah.
I think
so. Not only sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really agree with you.
Yeah.
But let's see.
Sex.
This guy here, the mother said, there is this woman in my church. I want you to go and look at her. You know, she has all the qualities. I want that woman for you. And the guy went. So I want to ask, who should choose a partner? You know, should it
choose a partner?
Yeah, should it be your parents or should it be you? Because if your parents don't agree, you can't marry the person.
In choosing a partner, you could be recommended for somebody, but don't based on the recommendation and choose a partner. Take a decision. Don't be forced into it. It's not right. Don't be forced into it at all. Don't consider your age. Don't consider your friends have married, so you need to marry. Don't think you are aging or you're being forced into, or you want to create an image that you have also arrived. No.
My question is like, who should you be? You see, your parents, you need the endorsement of your parents. You get it? So, is it okay that your parents should choose for you? Or who should choose? Actually, who chooses who to marry? Is it you or your parents?
I spoke about recommendation. People could recommend people to you, but the choice is yours.
What if your parents don't agree? Or, we always have...
What if your parents don't agree?
Yeah.
There are some relationships that parents don't agree, but that woman would be good for you. You understand?
Yeah.
So, present friends to parents. They might choose within the range that you presented, okay? But that shouldn't give you the audacity to say, my parents recommended this one, so I need to go in. Yeah. No. In the long run, you will say, I have regretted marrying you because if not my parents had recommended you, I wouldn't have married you in the first place. You apportion blame on people who recommended you. They just gave you a recommendation. They didn't force you to marry the person.
So
don't base it on people asking you, not even your parents.
So it's your decision.
Your decision.
This is who I want.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the heart and the mind, our heart and our mind, they are very different things. They feel differently. But which one should be involved in choosing a partner? Is it the heart or the mind?
The mind is your heart is subconscious works on the subconscious. The mind takes decision. But before the mind takes decision, the heart had decided. Okay?
Yeah.
So when the heart decides and the mind doesn't agree with it, you have to go inside of you again. You have an inner instinct, okay, that speaks, and you have something that tells you this is right, this is wrong, based on where you are coming from. People goes by people's decisions, but if you have to go to what you think, then please rethink that is it really what I want? Please, do you understand?
Yes.
Oh,
but yeah, I get the point. But you see, the heart, you see, is something that the mind could say this is not right, but your heart is giving you sleepless nights.
If you then consider, you know something, your heart could be ruled by an evil spirit.
Yeah.
And you can be influenced with what you see. Okay? But to take the right decision, you need counseling. Okay? You need to consider some factors that will help you choose the right thing. Work on yourself. Sometimes you should also be morally good for somebody to think right as the heart thinking.
Yeah.
So is the man.
So the heart is. So right now, which one is very vital? Should we say the heart or the mind?
Both.
Both
helps. So not one. You are praying about something, okay? Let me come to the Christian aspect. You are praying about something because you talk about this thing. The mother said, the woman in the church.
Yeah.
You are praying about something, okay? You are saying, Father, I thank you. I need car. I need a car, okay? Next month, then your heart will tell you, check your account. You don't have enough. So while your heart is saying something else, your mouth is saying something else. Whilst you are doing this, your heart and your mind have not come together. Okay? When you go to Romans chapter 10, he said, with the heart, man believes, with the mouth, confession is made. So what your heart is deciding, your mouth or your mind should be able to agree. Okay, when you agree, Bible said, can two work together except they be agreed? So you should agree. When the mind and the heart agrees, you can take a decision.
Okay.
So that is it.
How long should we be with someone before we decide to marry them? How long? First, is there the shortest or the maximum or a least time? Maybe let's say, how long?
There is no rush and hurry in choosing the partner.
Yes, but I'm saying, like, you are with the person.
You are with the person.
Yeah, how long till you decide that, okay, I want to marry now?
Within 2 years, you should marry.
Within 2 years. Okay, what if you go? Some people are able to go as far as 7 years, 10 years, and they are not
those
married.
years that they goes into it, they have not really get what they wanted. They feel, am I making the right choice? Or I'm making the wrong choice? Did you enter to just enjoy yourself? Or you want to have a long relationship? You wanted to marry. So
Yes.
there are things you are finding out in the person. Quickly find them out and marry the person.
Let's see.
The reason why we speak against long relationship is this temptation. There are a lot of temptations that comes along with it. Yes. So I say 2 years is enough.
But this is it. Now, children as young as 16, they are in a relationship. Now, 16, you have so many years till you turn like 23, 24. Even if you are a guy, let's assume you start dating at even 18 years. Okay? I mean, the country is so hard right now that if miracle doesn't happen, you are likely to go as 25, 30 years and you are still struggling. So if you should start dating someone at 18 years and you don't break up, and you are marrying at least 25 years, that's even 7 years. And if things don't work out, you are going as far as 28, 29, 30. And if you look at the people marrying right now, almost all the men, they are in their 30s going. You get it? So if I'm still with you from 18 years and I'm still struggling, do you think that I should be with you till I turn to 30 and then I want to marry you? That's like 12 years.
Why do you want to have a very long relationship?
Oh, we love each other. Things are not working out. We don't have the money.
Okay, thank you. You are very smart. You know something? Before you consider these things, these concepts that you're talking about, you have to prepare yourself as a man. Check if you have certain things in place. Your education. We talked about people in the early ages of 16. Is it not juvenile?
It is, but that was there now.
It's not right. Secondary school, Mofra, our mommy no papa, wash you. Now, here, in Benyisem, Enyefe, Abofra, you are sleeping in your mom's room. Your parents are taking care of you. You shouldn't consider relationship.
But that is what's happening.
It's not right. They must quickly stop. Finish your education. Stop it. The reason, hey, don't factor your nipples are ripe, and you see that age. They look at in some way. You see, when you look at a lady from 13, 14, 15, 16, oh, they're winning. And she wanted to exploit, but it's not right. The mind is not matured for it. She is sexually active, okay, but the mind is not ready for marriage, and the consequences that goes with it, the things that one needs to endure. You understand? Yeah. So you talk about 18. Even at 18, you must be able to get some tuition, counsel, have some counseling of these areas. Then when you want to enter into relationship, even relationship, when to enter into relationship, there are factors to be considered. And one factor is prepare yourself. Prepare yourself materially. And education is also a factor. And then friendship. And then factor other areas of relationships that people entered and the consequences that they faced. And then help yourself.
Well, but for real, okay? I feel people are dating for that long because they started very early. Yeah, and then it grew, they love each other. But
they started early sex and early romance.
Yes. Yes. Well, it happens like that though. But there are still, I know people who come to me, they say, I've been in this relationship for 7 years. And if you ask the lady her age, she's just 23 years. Then she started probably when she was 16. You get it? And and they are still together. You get it? So I feel like for real, okay, this is what's happening out there. Everyone is having sex, everyone is in a relationship, every child, almost like once they turn 16, 17 or they enter the secondary school, that is what's happening. So how long should they be? Or do you advise that they break up along the line if they feel like, oh, this person is not helping? Especially considering how quickly women marry than men. You know, women could marry at any age.
If you want to consider this thing, I want you to go into people, interview people who goes into long relationships. They will tell you some unbearable challenges that they face on daily basis. Some of them insecurity, some of them jealousy comes in, and sometimes you are tempted to think you are not meant for each other. Yeah. Based on some challenges that pops up along the line, okay? But it doesn't worth it. It's not worth it. The long relationship. You ubekwa na on the girl ekra. When swaba, we or you softer at the same way. Oh, but you are broken a heart by sex and other things. And you can't jump and leave her for the other girl, other person. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is why when you are in a relationship, it shouldn't take long. And prepare yourself to be in a relationship. If you go unprepared, Ube will say you are not ready, but you love each other. So financial constraint, or is it restraint or constraint? Yes, compels you to marry the person. Yeah. And the parents are on the neck of both of you. You see, and then you enter into unbearable challenges that you have not prepared yourself for. You see, so these are the factors that makes us advise that it's very, very important you prepare yourself for a relationship so that you will not take that long.
So at what age at what age should you want to be in a relationship?
At what age?
Yeah.
Oleake, do you know people start at 18?
Yeah.
Constitutionally, it's right.
Yeah.
Okay? But there are a lot of 18 years people who are mommy's boy and daddy's girls. Yeah. So it takes the matured mind, not age per se, because there are people who are 25 years, but they are still naive when it comes to these things. So I think it's not basically on the age, but it must be a matured mind, a matured heart, not by age.
Okay. Is there a stage in a relationship where it is impossible to go back? You feel like, oh, at this very stage, I can't leave. I have to marry this person who got crook.
There is no stage, but there will be heartbreaks.
Okay, so you feel like, so you think that it's always possible to go back, like to leave the relationship?
It's better to leave the relationship than to marry and face those things that were unbearable.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Finally, my last topic. Viewers, kindly remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Padems TV. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Love and Pills GH, Facebook and Telegram at Love and Pills. My last question.
Okay.
What role does education play in relationships, in choosing a partner? What role on the side of the man? Who should be more educated? Who should be more educated? The man or the both should be.
Both should be more educated.
But do you think, like, is it okay for two educated individuals to marry?
Yes, it's okay.
Is it okay that a very educated man would marry an uneducated woman?
It's also okay.
But
based on pure love, it's okay.
Based on pure love.
Yes.
Look at a lot of women are preaching feminism today.
Yes.
We want equal rights.
Yes.
And this is as a result of education.
Okay.
The women are getting the exposure. They feel like we can equally do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So on that, do you think that a man should want to marry a woman that is well educated?
Yes. You need to marry a woman who is well educated. If you have the motive, a good motive, okay, and the woman too, regardless of education, could be submissive, why don't you go ahead and marry her?
Let's look at these women that are preaching feminism all over. Okay, they want, you see, some of them are have this even hatred for men. They could preach it purely that men are this, men are that. Okay, so such women, should we marry them?
Marry a marriageable woman. A marriageable woman. There are women who are not a marriage material. Okay? They are full of themselves. And they think what man can do for them, they could do for themselves. So why should I want to marry a man in the first place? Because what you say, why don't I have fun with any woman I choose to go out with? So they end up going out with men, but not considering marriage. They are also there. Yeah, so don't marry somebody who is full of herself.
So you don't think that education has any effect on relationship?
Oh, it has good effect and bad effects.
Okay.
But it has effect on relationship. Yes, it do have.
Okay.
There are things that education do positively in relationship and negatively too.
Okay, viewers. We'll have a part 2 of this very show before you say I do. And then we would go deeper and look at some other things that we haven't discussed. Leave your views or your questions in the comment section and they will be answered or addressed in our next episode. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Padems TV. We are on Instagram and Twitter as Love and Pills GH, Facebook and Telegram as Love and Pills. See you next time. Bye.